So what we're going to do is called two-part breath work. It's going to involve you lying on the floor. It sometimes is nice to have a blanket nearby because you can sometimes get a little cold doing this. I ask about panic disorders or seizure disorders because what this does is it uses the breath like the most simple tool at our disposal to open the body and to allow us to grow more permeable. And this is the place where we start to see where our skin finds its form and formlessness, and where we dissolve and where we coalesce and deliquesce again and again. And from that really embodied place, feeling the permeability of our body, it's easier to set boundaries once we start to feel the permeability of our own skin. And so I like to start with boundaries instead, because I'm sure you will have stories about why you're here and where you come from. And those tend not to be the thing that's going to be most alive for you today. And I find that it's not the most useful place to begin with what you think about who you are, what you think about what your boundary struggles are. Like, it's easier to start from an embodied place. I find it ultimately is more honest and more productive, especially when we only have a short time to work together. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration. So breath work, one of the things about it is if you ever have had a panic attack, like if you know that feeling when your hands start to become claws or you get that little tingle in your fingertips, you are actually likely to experience that during the breath work. A coldness, a tingling, being brought to the brink of panic. Like, is this okay? Is this just hyperventilation? Is this safe? Like, and I would ask you just to stay in your body, stay with the breath, stay with the rhythm of the breath that we're going to establish, and just observe those thoughts without judgment and feel into the safety of your breath, the safety of your body, the rhythm of your breath, and just let yourself dissolve into that. Notice the fear without judging it or reacting to it, without grabbing at it, without stopping and falling out of the rhythm because of the fear, or because you're like, oh, this is tedious, this is boring, what the fuck am I doing here? Because any of those thoughts that come up, just observe them, and we'll have a moment to frame that when we're done with the breath work. So this is called two-part breath work because it is done in two parts. So you're going to have a deep belly breath where you're like, and then the second part is the chest, and then you're going to release, but both at once. Belly, chest, release. Belly, chest, release. And so the release is not a push. It's just an allowing. It's just a release. Belly, chest, release. Belly, chest, release. So let me see each of you do that before we get started, because once we get going, it's easier if you have just a solid grounding in the specificity of the belly, then the specificity of the chest, and then the specificity of the release, that it is really in, out, in, out.
All right. So do we have that? If you feel like crying, that's okay. If you get cold, that's okay. You get tingly, that's okay. You feel some fear, that's okay. Breath work opens the great gifts of your own resistance, of being able to notice your resistance where it comes up. All right, so let's get started. We'll find a nice, relaxed, reclined position where your body can just grow heavy into the floor. Don't use a pillow. We want the head to be in the same line as the hips, so the spine can be nice and straight. Just take a few natural breaths here and let the body grow heavy and thick. Really feel the floor supporting you or whatever surface you're laying on. Let yourself feel held and heavy. Held and heavy. Really sink into the surface you're laying on.
Now just stay with that nice, soft spaciousness. Feel where the edges of you are dissolved. I'm going to do a little chanting just to keep clearing. Notice where your skin, you start to feel your skin again. Notice where the edges of you are and where they're not. Notice what it feels like to come back into your body slowly and gently. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Jali Chuli Chundi Swaha. Om Chali Chuli Chundi, Om Chali Chuli Chundi, Om Chali Chuli Chundi. Sva. Om Chali Chuli Chundi Sva. Om Chali Chuli Chundi Sva. Om Chali Chuli Chundi, Om Chali Chuli Chundi, Om Chali Chuli Chundi. Svaha. Okay, and feeling yourself coming back into your skin, feeling yourself coming back into the room, feeling yourself coming back into your house, your town, your state, country, the world, all of the oceans, all of the creatures in the ocean. Your body, like that piece of flotsam in the great big ocean, every pore permeable, every pore dissolving and reemerging in every moment new. Feel your spine. Feel the energy running up your spine and the way it radiates out throughout your entire body. Feel the solid core of that radiance. Feel the solid core of your spine. And also feel the way it radiates out. That you're boundless and clear all at the same time. Your spine is your spine, and the radiance is the radiance. Now feel that strong back, that channel of energy running up your strong back. And feel the softness of your front. Feel that dissolved front. Feel where your skin touches your clothes. Feel that sensation that we are so often numb to. The place where your skin and your clothes meet. Feel how the radiance of your strong spine penetrates not only through that, permeates not only through that, but out beyond your skin and into the room. The electromagnetic field of the heart reaches out 3 feet beyond us, that space that we normally think of as our personal space, that we can feel mostly when other people invade it. We carry that space with us all the time. Feel that strong, lit up spine and allow it to extend in a deep cord all the way out of your tailbone, all the way down into the center of the earth. Let it grow roots in the center of the earth, all the way down. Past the bedrock, roots have no problem penetrating bedrock. It just takes time and persistence. Let those roots go all the way down into the molten core of the earth. All the way down. All the way down to the center. You have that deep taproot coming out of your spine. And all that gorgeous radiance coming out of your soft front. Soft front, strong back, reaching deep and permeating everywhere, all at the same time. And in your own time, gradually come up to a seated position. Notice how you feel as you move from a reclined position to a seated position. Notice how the sensations shift in your body.